Swagman will be the last in. Swagman to make up the line under Ryan Moore. That's it, 5 runners for the Bet365 Classic Trial, 1.25 miles the journey, and they're away. I Am I Said is going to be ridden quietly at the back of the field in the early stages by Hector Crouch. Setting off in front is Windlord for the Juddmonte team, the pink cap worn by Oisin Murphy, tracked by Sir Dinnerdan in second. They've already got a bit of daylight on Swagman in third, and more daylight then to the other two, Damysus and I Am I Said. Through the first quarter mile, looks a fairly honest pace in these early stages, being set by Windlord, shadowed in second by Sir Dinnerdan. Swagman is third, the white blaze Damysus towards the outside of I Am I Said. He's just going fourth now up the inside as they make their way towards the turn out of the back straight. A little way off it yet. Windlord leading the way, nearly joined by Sir Dinnerdan. Tracked by Swagman in the Michael Tabor colours in third place, colours worn by Ryan Moore. Then I Am I Said on the inside, and at the back is Damysus. On towards this right-hander then. Windlord and Sir Dinnerdan have been first and second throughout the race so far in this Bet365 Classic Trial. Swagman is third. I Am I Said is back in fourth on the inside of the white blaze Damysus. Into the home straight now with about 4 furlongs left to cover from here on the crown of the bend, and Windlord by a half length to Sir Dinnerdan. In third is Swagman, followed by I Am I Said, and Damysus coming under a little bit of a push and a punch back in last place down the home run. Windlord still travels strongly in the lead. Sir Dinnerdan, Swagman's out wider. I Am I Said and Damysus, that's the order as they race on towards the final quarter mile. Windlord now shaken up by Oisin Murphy, trying to challenge Sir Dinnerdan. Swagman down the outside, far side. I Am I Said. Windlord is just drifting left under pressure here towards Swagman. Out wide, Damysus is picking up well, staying on, having come under pressure quite early. Swagman wearing away at Windlord on the far side. Sir Dinnerdan down the near side. Damysus. Swagman getting to Windlord. Here's Damysus out wide. Swagman by a half length to Windlord, and it's going to go to Aidan O'Brien, and Swagman in the hands of Ryan Moore. Wearing down Windlord, followed in third then by Damysus, then Sir Dinnerdan, and finally, I Am I Said.
Ryan Moore has just won the Classic Trial on Swagman for Aidan O'Brien. Congratulations. Talk me through that race and how it worked out from your perspective, if I can even say it.
Yeah, look, he only had 3 runs last year, but his last one was a very good run at Leopardstown behind Hotazhell and the Tyros, and he's obviously been off the long time. He'd done very well from 2 to 3. When I got on him in the paddock, I thought he'd really sort of got stronger. They went along at a good even pace. He was a little bit green in places, but once he started coming off the bend, he travelled there very nicely at the 2 and showed a very good attitude last quarter mile, and he was always getting there and just doing what he had to do. And say he's a lightly racehorse, first run since July, so hopefully he'll continue to improve, and yeah, you'd be very positive about everything he's done today.
And do these tactics suit him better? You had to be quite positive on him as a 2-year-old because, you know, these trips are more suitable for him?
Look, I only rode him on debut. He's behind Hotazhell that day, and then he won at Naas with Jack, and obviously 7 furlong Group 3. You know, he seems to stay well, so 7 furlongs he's getting ridden forward. I'd say it doesn't really matter how you ride him, he's a straightforward horse.
And was he that greenness, was that just when you initially asked him?
Yeah, go into the bend here and stuff, you know. It's look, happy with what he done today, so he's a straightforward horse.
And will he get 1.5 miles in your view?
The way he races and the way he does everything, yeah, I don't think it'd be a problem, but I don't think he needs to go 1.5 miles. He'll improve for that, so he's a nice horse to look forward to.
And can I just ask you about Trinity College, who ran in the Blue Ribbon trial at Epsom earlier this week, finished second. Possibly not the most straightforward horse. How did that pan out for you?
Yeah, look, I thought I should have won on him, but we wanted to ride him a bit differently, and the pace came out of the race and they started sprinting down the hill. And when you ask a horse to sprint downhill, you know, sometimes they just might not always. I couldn't get him organised, and if you know, it's a balancing act between trying to keep him straight and doing your best, and so I think he's quite a decent horse, and yeah, he'll be winning races.
There was a steward's inquiry into the interference afterwards. Was that material at all?
That wasn't me. That was the other horse coming out onto me. So.
I mean, but was it material to him?
Look, he was never going to. They were never going to turn it round. If, in all honesty, if that other horse wouldn't have bumped him, he probably would have got there. But he was. You know, it's because of the way it unfolded. You know, you couldn't sort of.
Conceding track position essentially to the winners.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Ryan, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.